Hi, how are you? Today I'm going to show you the Gunlancer and how to build it in order to level up very fast and quickly. So, in the very beginning you have to understand the basics of a Gunlancer. Gunlancer is not really a tank, he's a DPS, but he can maintain himself and just go through the pain with his utility skills like defensive stance, or shield bash and shield shock. But first of all, we're going to focus on our primary DPS sources. So our primary DPS source is going to be a sharp Gunlance. This skill will allow you to swing 360, gather enemies, and will enable you to do it twice. It has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Then we're going to go to Rising Gunlance, which has a 9 seconds cooldown, but with the quick preparation it goes to 7 seconds. Enhanced Strike increases the damage by 25%, and the Air Fragment pushes enemies into the air, gathering them in front of you, so you can utilize other skills as well, and you don't have to chase mobs all around. The third skill will be Fire Bullet, with Lucky Chance giving you a 50% chance to decrease the cooldown by 3 seconds from 7 to 4 seconds. Outgoing damage by Enhanced Strike is going to be increased by 25%, and the Bombards from Attack Creation will allow you to do it twice. This will be the 3 primary skills to kill mobs and gather them all around. Let me show it to you how it's gonna work. So I summoned some mobs. Swinging. And once again. So as I said, I'm gathering mobs with a sharp Gunlance, then I'm blasting them with Fire Bullet, then I'm gathering them again with Rising Gunlance. And rinse and repeat. That's basically how it goes. Alright, so these are the primary rotation for the spammable buttons. Then we have a killer button. And the killer button is a long cooldown attack that deals huge amount of damage, and in future, when you're gonna unlock it, you can go with Charge Stinger, for an example, or Gunlance shot as well. With Charge Stinger, you want to get like a weak point detection, or actual you can go with armor. Depends on you. But for me, I'd like to go with Surge Cannon, because first of all, it creates a weak point for bosses that are having additional armor when you can pierce them through. And the overcharge gives me 1 additional charge, so I can charge it twice. And with a focus fire, I do 4 times the damage with a 50% increase in total. So I'll show it to you how it works when I summon mobs. So first of all, I'm gathering them, throwing them into the air, for example, and holding the Surge Cannon twice. So that's an effective way to kill mobs as well, and it's a 30 seconds cooldown, so you need to gather a lot of mobs, or you can use it on the bosses as well. Then, when it comes to utility skills, I'm using the Shield Bash. I'll try to show it. So I have only 7 skill points to unlock the enhanced shield meter gain, so it allows me to gain more shield meter for the defensive stance. And I'm going with 2 ready defense. That's gonna be a 2 attack hit and decreases the incoming damage by 20% for 5 seconds. This skill cooldown is 9 seconds, so effectively I have half of the time I have decreased damage by 20 seconds. Then I'm going with AOE as well as a utility skill, Shield Shock. And the Shield Shock, when I'm gonna go through it, where is it? Again, I have only 7 points in it, so the Shield Shock is giving me 3 seconds cooldown reduction, so effectively from 12 seconds minus 3, I have 9 seconds. The cooldown tooltip is broken, but when you see, I have 9 seconds when I use it. So when I hit mobs, all my incoming damage is reduced by 15% for 10 seconds. So all in all, I have constantly reduced damage by 15% all the time whenever the cooldown hits. I'm just repeating that, and I have a 1 second window to enable it once again, and I have a 15% damage reduction on myself. as well as utilizing Shield Bash, which is a quiet traveling skill, as you see. So all I'm doing is just pressing Shield Bash and Shield Shock to mitigate some more damage. These are the utility skills. Shield Shock along with Guardian Thunderbolt are AOE skills as well, so you can generate some big damage, big numbers for mobs, and basically kill them in AOE. So let me show it to you in a full situation when I'm gonna summon some huge amount of mobs. So I'm gonna gather them. And that's all. So spammables, if you need utility skills to reduce the damage, Shield Shock for AoE and reduce damage as well, Guardian Thunderbolt for huge AoE damage. And these are the primary buttons you're going to be using when you are leveling. Do not care about mobility or stuff like that, because Gunlancer is not really a mobile class. It can be utilized maybe later, something like that, but the damage from the leap, where is the leap? Leap attack. The damage from the leap attack is not really that great, and it's like 16 seconds, and currently it's kind of bugged, because when you are traveling in the air you still can be hit, you can still be stunned, pushed away or something like that, and that's not really the point. It creates the traveling distance, traveling window when you are not able to do anything, not able to mitigate damage, move from the boss damage or something like that, and you're still gonna be hit. So right now I feel like leap attack is not really worth to do anything at all. And the last skill I'm using, that's gonna be an end game skill. It's a counter Gunlance, and counter Gunlance gives you a 2 seconds opportunity window when you rise up your shield, and you can negate the damage using 100% of your max HP, which is gonna be 13,000. In my case, you're gonna have less or more depending on your gear, and you're gonna mitigate 13,000 of a damage and reflect the damage with a counter attack within 1 second, doing almost 20k damage and knocking back foes. So that's a survival skill. If you know you're really messed up and you're in a dodgy situation, or you want to do some 20k damage, in my case, you rise up your shield with counter Gunlance against the boss, and you just basically survive, and that's all. So that's how you can stay in front of the boss all the time. All right, so I'm gonna summon a lot of mobs, and I'm gonna show you how the gameplay actually looks. More. Yeah, that's gonna be an average pack when you're gonna level. Gather them up, bullet, rise them. I didn't even need to do my surge cannon in that case. You're gonna use it when there's gonna be more mobs. So basically, as you see, all the cooldowns are actually almost ready instantly, and yeah, that's how the Gunlancer actually looks like. It feels good to play, but the damage is not really that high. It's not a pure DPS class. It's a good class for the beginners, I would say, just to get used to the game and how it looks and how to perform. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon, and this is a great game. Buy it or play it when it's gonna get released. It's really polished. I hope Amazon's not gonna fuck it. See you later. Bye bye.